everybody. Lance Russell with Dave Brown and Corey Macklin ready to go with another big USWA Championship Wrestling. David, we got two matches on there that are main events anywhere in the country.
You're exactly right. We're going to have them both for you right here a little bit later on today as we roll into 1996, underway with a great new year and hoping everything just keeps going the way it has been, and that is lots of action. For instance, Jerry Lawler has won the Smoky Mountain Wrestling title.
He did, in fact. Yes, sir. Picked it up.
He is going to be in action here today. The title will not be at stake, but he is going to be in action right here. Also, there has been a haircutting in the USWA. Smoky Mountain Massacre lost his hair. We'll see him a bit later on,
And
too.
I'll tell you one thing that's almost better news than that, and that's Bob Armstrong has been banned by the USWA board from participation, and I like that because he gave us a lot of trouble. That's a shame. He used to be friends with Bob.
We may be happier about that than anybody else, as a matter of fact. Also, Coco Beware will be in action today. He interrupted things last week, but he'll be here today in action.
And we have a match that Brian Christopher and Tracy Smothers will be back in the ring. Now, the time ran out on them before, and we're going to have them back in, have a chance to see more action, one fall, 30-minute time limit.
So, actually, almost a triple main event with that match. Then we got the King, Jerry Lawler, going against Jesse James Armstrong, and also PG-13 will be going against Tex Slazenger and Reggie B. Fine. What kind of action we got here today?
Hey, I want to tell you, with all that action, we better quit talking and get to it. We're going to be back in just one moment.
Coco's headed this way right now. Here he comes. And still doesn't look all that happy, but the match is signed. It's going to take place here in just minutes.
Well, you ought to be happy. You got what you wanted. You want to get a match in here. You said they didn't pay attention.
Shut up, Lance Russell. Just shut up and listen to me. You see the USWA guys come out here and they want to say what they can do, and then what happens, they can't do it. Well, you see Coco Beware, every time he says he's going to beat somebody, he's going to beat him. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to beat him. And you see another thing. I saved Randy Hale's little old tail, I guess. I saved his tail last down there other week. Here it is. He was in a bind. He was in a corner. His hair was at stake. And what happened? Coco Beware came out, and he saved Randy Hale. Saved the promoter, Randy Hale.
You beat the Massacre, and they cut his hair. That's true.
That's right. And see, now, this guy named Tony Williams, this jabroni, hadn't learned his lesson yet. He wanted to call Randy Hale and said, Randy Hale, let me tell you one thing. Give me another shot with Coco Beware. I guarantee you I'll beat you. Well, I'm telling you now, you little sissy. Boy, I'm telling you now that I'm going to beat you, and I'm going to put that bird buster on you. You understand that? I'm telling you what I'm going to do.
All right, we hear what you're saying.
Now, Randy Hale, he goes back. Now he said, well, see, Coco Beware, he done made a name for himself. Well, I kept telling him it all the time anyway. So now he gives me some competition. Brian Christopher. Well, Christopher, let me tell you one thing, Jack. You don't walk on the grounds, brother, that I run on. You understand that? And I guarantee you, Brian Christopher, whenever you're around me, I'm going to do the same thing I'm going to do to this punk. I'm going to put the brain buster, the bird buster on you, Brian Christopher. And Lance Russell, you just stand back and you just watch me in action, okay? Just watch me in action.
Let's go to Corey and see if we get Coco in the ring.
All right, Lancer, we're ready for action right here today in the ring. This bout, as a result of what occurred last week right here in USWA Wrestling, is a special challenge match. One fall, 10 minutes in time. First introducing out of Cordova, Tennessee, 201 pounds. Here is Tony Williams. And his opponent, wrestling out of the great state of Tennessee, 241 pounds, the Birdman, Coco Beware. Bill Rush is the official referee. Let's go, today. Come on, Coco.
Coco harassing Corey out there, for heaven's sake. But the match is underway. Coco Beware going after Tony Williams. Williams staying away from him for the moment. Tony's giving away considerable size to Coco Beware. Coco, relentless. He's after him. Chasing him back to the corner, takes a swing at him. Look at Tony. Nice move by Tony and a good, great drop kick.
Coco backs up into that corner. I don't think he thought he was going to get this kind of fire out of this young man. But I'll tell you, he's an athlete and he can go. Coco, of course, a proven commodity. And there's no doubt this guy is as tough as nails. He's a smart dog. He's hard. He's got great legs, can jump as he just pulled himself up right there. And he met Williams coming in and put him down on the mat, didn't he?
Coco, of course, also one of those people who's wrestled all over the world. He's seen all kinds of competition. He's tough. He's rugged. Look out. He snaps Tony Williams up in the air.
Here's that bird buster he's talking about.
My goodness, he said he was going to do it, and he delivers. Count of 1, 2. This one is history. The bird buster, the brain buster, which he calls the bird buster now. He put it on him. He said he would. He did. He picks Tony Williams up. Come on, don't do it again. It match is over, Coco.
Come on, Bill, get him out of the ring.
Get away from him.
Jumped him last week after he had a match with a Yellow Jacket, and then today in a match that he met. Okay, you beat him straight up.
Won, yeah.
But what's the point of doing it twice to the kid? You had him beat.
Russell, I'll do it to you if you don't shut up. You listen to me. Exactly what's going to happen to you, Brian Christopher. What I say I can do, well, you better believe it. I'm going to do it from now on. I'm not lying to the people at all. I am a true man, and I guarantee you, Brian Christopher, you're next in line, Jack.
Well, there it is. Coco Beware ends up with a victory as Tony Williams being assisted in the ring, and Coco jumps. One of the guys came in to help out Tony Williams, and Coco jumps back in the ring as he started out of the studio, lays that brain buster on him. He's going to do it again, stands him straight up in the head, and just drops him straight down. Hey, come on, Bill. It's Coco Beware, trying to prove the point of how tough he is, and he's tough. Whoever denied that.
He's tough, but if he's trying to make friends in the USWA, he's sure going about it the wrong way here. Look at that, on the floor.
Got everybody. Did somebody mention his name? Yeah, Coco did. Christopher comes out. He's not going to back up from him. Come in here and try to put that bird buster on me. We're going to take time out now while they try to help out the young men down there as Brian Christopher, thank goodness, got in here. We'll be back in just a moment.
Going to try to get Brian Christopher out here and talk to him just for a minute if we can. He's over still trying to help Tony Williams. Tony, I think many of you wrestling fans will recall former tag team partner with Brian Christopher. They started out together as the New Kids wrestling in the USWA some time ago. Brian, of course, has gone on to become the great championship caliber wrestler that he is right here. Brian, sorry to interrupt. I know you're trying to help Tony over there. I do want to talk to you just a little bit, though, about situations with unified title and other things going on.
Yeah, Dave, I know everybody wants to talk about the big match I had against Jeff Jarrett, and I got a lot of people on my mind right now. A lot of people on my mind. You know, I traveled all night last night. I get here, and then something like this happens to a good friend of mine, Tony Williams. But I'll talk about Jeff Jarrett for 1 second. About the big match we had, World Heavyweight title, Brian Christopher against Double J Jeff Jarrett. And you know, in that match, Dave, I know you've seen the film. Lance was there. Everybody knows. I feel like on that night I was the better man. How about you?
Well, I think you sure gave a fine accounting of yourself in the match.
No, I wouldn't say a fine account. I would say I was the better man. I was better than Double J that night. True or false? Tell me. Dave, I hit him with the super kick. Then I climbed to that top rope, and I came off the top rope with the big leg that nobody has has ever kicked out of. And then to have somebody like the roadie come down there and spin me around and hit me with something in his hand and knock me out cold. Now, Jeff Jarrett, up there in the WWF, I know that you had the roadie running around you for a long time. He ran around with you, and he helped you win a lot of matches. He helped you win the Intercontinental Heavyweight title up there in the WWF. And then he comes down here to the USWA, and I think that he's a changed man, and he wins the World Unified title on his own. He didn't need any help to win that, did he?
That's true.
So why did he need help to beat me in this match that we had last week?
Well, I don't know, but
you can't answer that, can you? I can't answer that, and I bet nobody here can answer that, because I don't know. I don't know if Jeff Jarrett had the roadie come down there. Do you? I don't know if he had the roadie come. I don't know if they were in cahoots. I don't know what the deal was. And like I said, I got a lot of people on my mind, and you're one of them, Coco Ware. Now I was going to stand in here and talk about Jeff Jarrett, but if you want to come out and get in my face, then I can talk about you, and I can do more than talking. Now that's a good friend of mine, and aren't you say you're going to give it to me? You're going to do that to me. I'm next. Well, I'm standing right here, Coco Ware. I'm standing right here.
You better worry about me, selling Jeff Jarrett, because he's not here. He's going to kick your butt. I am. You understand that? I'm tired of you sticking your nose in my business. You didn't hear what I said. I said, whatever I do, I can do it. I can back it up. And that's exactly what's going to happen, Christopher. You understand that? So you're nothing but a stepping stone. You're nothing but a jabroni. You're yellow. And look at you. You're yellow. Your whole family's yellow. Everybody's yelling, your whole family. You understand that? So you don't have the nerve enough to do anything about it, Jack.
I got the nerve enough, Coco Ware, and I promised him I wouldn't have any more confrontations out here because I've done it a lot in the past, but I'm about to stand up.
Christopher Coco tied into it right out. As there, Randy Hales is out. Bill Rush right here, all trying to keep Coco and Brian Christopher separated. We're ready for Brian Christopher in the ring, but we weren't ready for this confrontation with Coco Beware. As Coco comes roaring at him, Christopher trying to get him with a kick.
Well, Coco baited Brian into that. There's no doubt about it. And then Brian went after him, and now getting them separated so we can get the action going in the ring. It's not that easy. Then finally, they got 4 or 5 of them, and they back Coco Ware out, and I see him leaving the wrestling area. And looks like they got Brian settled down for the moment.
We're going to take time out now while they, as we get things straightened out here. We'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, Lancer, we're ready for action right here on USWA Championship Wrestling. A special television time for our next feature bout here today. 1 fall, 30 minutes in time. First introducing one half of the USWA Tag Team Champions. Coming in out of Springfield, Tennessee at a weight of 241 pounds, here is Tracy Smothers. His opponent today, 224 pounds, hailing from Memphis, Tennessee, too sexy, Brian Christopher. Bill Rush, the referee, we are ready. This one will be a dandy. Over to Lance and Dave.
I think you're right about that, Corey. Referee Bill Rush calling for the bell, and we'll be underway here. Tracy Smothers, Brian Christopher. This one started out a week ago. Time ran short. We wanted to see it. We figured you wanted to see it. And the promotion said, hey, we're going to put it back. We're going to put it back on TV for you today with a 1 fall, 30-minute time limit. 2 of the top wrestlers anywhere around. Tracy Smothers came in here from Smoky Mountain, brought the flag with him, started poking people in the head and the midsection with it. Brian Christopher backed into a corner. He reverses it. It's Tracy Smothers now back in the corner. Brian. Well, pull the hair. He did rake him across the nose, but Smothers claimed he had his hair pulled. Bill Rush will be checking for that.
Smothers can wrestle. His attitude has totally changed within the last year. He got the feeling. His explanation to it is, well, nobody's going to do anything for you. You're going to have to do it yourself. I don't care what people think. Bryan moves around behind. Waist locks him, and Smothers takes advantage of it. Look at the moves in there, Dave. Good.
From both of them, there's no doubt about it. These two are both tough as nails and both fine wrestlers. You know, I agree with Tracy's attitude up to a point. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it yourself. I do wish he would follow the rules and do it, though, and earn the respect of those around him.
Right on, Tracy. Take a listen to what the man's saying to you in there, because you have sure made a lot of enemies unnecessarily. Guy's got all the physical tools, as we've said before. He's got plenty of athletic ability. He's got the experience now, and he just took Bryan Christopher right smack off his feet. After an exchange, he came through and put that shoulder to him and knocked him right down flat on his back. Referee Bill Rush with the problem of trying to keep everything in order with two very energetic guys.
Oh, no. Scott Bowden has arrived at the desk. At least that's better than ringside.
I'm a little late getting here from Germantown today, but I'm seeing Tracy Smothers' corner. His New Year's resolution is to never lose another match, and with me by his side, he's going to make it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's looked like he's needed a lot of help during the match so far, huh?
Scott Bowden now to confuse the issue as Bryan Christopher takes a disdainful look over there at him. Cocks that leg, getting ready to fire it. Smothers well aware of the power that Christopher has in that super kick.
And now Bryan Christopher does have to worry about more than Tracy Smothers during this match. He's got to worry about Bowden, who is wandering around ringside now.
Still got plenty of action today in addition to this outstanding match. We've got the King, Jerry Lawler, who will be back in action here on television, going against Jesse James Armstrong. You bet. And other action, as a matter of fact. I just mentioned that one, but that is one of our feature main events today.
Great matchups on television today.
Yes. Little test of strength. Bryan Christopher, Tracy Smothers, who definitely has the size advantage, but that does not always determine a winner. Look at that move by Christopher. He got that center of gravity down low, got up underneath him, and really took him over and down.
He used Tracy's height to his advantage, to Bryan's advantage. That was a good move. Well, that's not a very good move. Doubled up fist. Smothers pounding Bryan Christopher now into the turnbuckles.
I got my eye on Scott Bowden, Dave.
And a good thing to do, too. Christopher showing that he can double up a fist and let Tracy Smothers have it, too.
Christopher ripping with the right hand as the crowd chants along, and the referee trying to break it up. And Tracy Smothers missed that close on, and Christopher caught him with that super kick.
That super kick is devastating. Speaking of devastated, Scott Bowden had climbed up on the ring apron, and Christopher came after him. He's got him. He knocks him down on the floor. And Mr. Bowden's record.
Bryan clearing some of the crowd out of the way so he could use the bench to slam his head on. And that's where he is right now, over in the crowd. As he is pounding. Oh, here comes Coco Beware. He grabs a hold of Christopher. Runs him right flat into the desk. Yeah, ring the bell. I wouldn't get near it. I wouldn't touch it. Imagine the bell just rang as Coco Ware is pounding Christopher's head down on the desk. Bryan jumped from behind as he was slugging it out with Tracy Smothers over in the crowd, and Coco got him from behind Here comes Randy Hales trying to separate him off of Christopher. As referee Bill Rush was able to get hold of an arm for a moment. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back here in just one moment. We'll have the official for you in just a second.
And on the other side of the ring today, making his way to the ring area, at a weight of 451 pounds. Well, let's go. Dave.
Boy, Brian Christopher is coming this way asking for time to interview after what happened to him earlier. I think we ought to grant it.
Dave, I know that y'all got a match coming up, and I won't be out here long. I just wanted to come out here and let Coco Ware know something. I want him to know that I'm not hurt, Coco Ware. You might have jumped me from behind, but you're not going to keep me out of this match this week. There's no way that I'm not going to stand up there and show up in your face and hurt you bad, Coco Ware, because I want you. I want you, Coco Ware. You say that I'm next. Well, I'm not going to be next. You might do that to Tony Williams and somebody else, but I'm a different man. I am Brian Christopher, and I'm not going to stand for it. Now, you say that you talk, you back up everything you say. Well, I'm standing here to back up that I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hurt you, and I mean it with everything in me. I swear to the good Lord above, I'm going to hurt you and hurt you bad, Coco Ware. So be ready, because I will.
Coco thought he had business taken care of. He's wrong. Corey, sorry for the interruption. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, we will with action here in the ring. 451 pounds from the Smoky Mountains in Knoxville, Tennessee, on his way to the ring area, led by Downtown Bruno, the Smoky Mountain Massacre. Bill Rush, referee. Lance and Dave, let's do it.
All right, Corey. I guess Smoky Mountain Massacre weighs a pound or two lighter this week, and that still makes him big because he had that massive haircut.
Who was it in the audience that hollered out, "Put the mask back on, please put the mask back on"? Wow!
Ooh, look out.
Look out here. This big son of a gun takes Ken Raper up, side saddles him right down, and then splashes him. That's enough.
Boy, there was no way Ken Raper was going to get up from that one, from that big splash. Downtown Bruno. We don't want to talk.
I noticed something. This week there's a match scheduled. I guess Randy Hales, for some reason, decided to have a match, me against Scott Bowden. Now see, Scott and I are on the same side, the same dressing room. I can't understand why in the world Randy Hales will sign a match between us. I mean,
I don't know. I guess it just seemed like a good idea at the time.
How unusual. Downtown Bruno doesn't understand something. Well, just shut up for a second and let a college-educated man like myself explain it to you. You and I are not on the same side. You're nothing but a piece of white trash, and I've started Operation White Trash. I'm getting rid of all the garbage here in the USWA. Tommy Rich, Doug Gilbert, PG-13. And when you're talking about trash, you can't overlook Downtown Bruno, the biggest piece of trash going. Just because you own the biggest trailer in Fraser, that doesn't mean you're a big shot, okay? We wouldn't let you in my nice neighborhood in Germantown. If you entered the city limits, my buddies at the Germantown police would arrest you and put you under the jail, you piece of garbage.
Scott Bowden, you understand? This is professional wrestling. This is the big time. This is the USWA. Now, son, listen to me real close. I have been main event in the Mid-South Coliseum more times than you've been in the Mid-South Coliseum. I have been main event in WrestleMania. I have been main event in Madison Square Garden. I have paid my dues in this profession in the USWA, the World Wrestling Federation, for the past 16 years. I'll tell you what, maybe I am trash. If trash means I live in a trailer park in Wiles, Mississippi, if trash means that I had to work hard all these years in this profession just to earn and pay for that trailer, just because that makes me trash, I'm going to tell you something. I am not trash. I am Downtown Bruno, and you're not.
Hey, I got a question. How much Coke 45 did you drink last night anyway, huh? I'm about to pass out on my own. Let me tell you something, punk. You're nothing but a punk, Bruno. You're not in my class. Look at me. My tie costs more than your whole wardrobe. You understand what I'm talking about? You talk about WWF. You're nothing but a flunky up there. You cut Vince McMahon's yard. You wash his dishes. You clean his toilet. You're nothing. You're nothing here, and you're nothing there. You understand me? Come on.
Whoa. Well, I mean, it got serious all of a sudden as Bruno and Scott Bowden Really, oh, look at that massacre. He came with that huge arm and just hammered down old Bruno. And now Bowden, that lousy. Look at him taking penalty. We're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment.
You want some of this? Come on, Bruno!
From the hood, JC Ice, Wolfie D, PG-13. We are ready for action as the action continues on the USWA. Over to my buddy Lance and Dave.
Tell you what, we've seen him give away weight before, but I guarantee you this is on the heavy side today with Reggie B. White and Tex Slazenger, Dave.
You know, Reggie B. Fine yelled something there just a second ago. He yelled, hey, I got me a real partner today. I've heard him say that maybe, I don't know, 20, 30,000 times, I guess. But today he's right. He does have a real partner in the very huge Tex Slazenger, the owner of the USWA heavyweight title.
Let's see what Tex is hollering after this match is over with. He'll be hollering, good help is hard to find.
Maybe.
Okay, Bill Rush, your referee, says ring it. We are ready for the Tex to start out against Wolfie D, I believe, yes. JC steps out, Wolfie will be starting.
I see Reggie is also very well prepared for this match. He's wearing one of those adhesive strips across his nose that many of the athletes wear so that they can breathe better. And so Reggie, no doubt, he is ready for victory here today.
He's a 21st century guy, no question about it. Ahead of his time, keeping up with the technology. Reggie B. Fine, the partner of Tex Slazenger. Tex goes into a standing side headlock. Now, Tex not going to dazzle you with a lot of classy footwork. But I'll tell you what he will do. He'll beat you down. He will flat beat you down. He just grabbed the nubbin of a hair of Wolfie D and jerked his head around. But when he leans down on you, he's putting a lot of lean behind that. Tex battling away. And Wolfie, once again, has the short hair grabbed as his head's pulled around.
Yeah, I think Wolfie was out of that hole. Had it not been for the hair pulling, the referee was over around behind Slazenger and couldn't see it. Slazenger able to keep him there a little while longer in the headlock.
Oh, look at this. Tex faked him out. Wolfie came back and at it. But he is caught in the belly to back. Tex Slazenger hammers him into the mat.
A couple of great counters by Wolfie D, but in the end, Tex Slazenger ended up getting the advantage and put Wolfie down to the mat where Wolfie still is now. Picked back up, helped back up to his feet by Slazenger. Look out. He flips him over. Wolfie catches himself. Great move. A drop kick by Wolfie D. Follows with another, and you get Slazenger off his feet. Look at Wolfie keep him rolling. Bars the left arm. Tex Slazenger lying on the mat, and it's Wolfie D in control as PG-13 serves notice. They came to wrestle.
You called it exactly right, Dave, and when you said that Wolfie keeps him rolling, that's just what he did. He used that momentum. It was so smooth, so easy, and he got that arm hooked and rolled right with him, took him over, and bang, down on the mat he goes. PG-13 makes a change, and JC Ice comes in. Oh, the little bitty guy. He can't, he's too small. He won't be able to stay in there with him. Look out. He's done it before.
He's a tough one, no doubt about it. JC Ice wraps up the left arm, puts a twist on it. Slazenger looking for relief, backs into the corner. Referee is there calling for a break, and JC Ice breaks it clean. Let's see if Slazenger breaks away clean. No. Well, that was unfortunate. JC gave a nice clean break, just what the referee asked for, and huge Slazenger needed. Whoa, JC moving out of the way. Hey, nice move, puts him down. That's why this PG-13 team is so dangerous. They've got great balance. They've got great reaction. When the big lumbering Tex Slazenger came barreling back toward him, JC Ice was ready for him with a drop kick.
Reggie B. Fine vacated the corner in a hurry as JC came over there and dazzled him with a little footwork, and he moved out of there.
You know, I think Reggie got down on the floor for a conference with Mr. Slazenger so that there was not much danger of his getting a tag. But as they climb back up, Slazenger says, your turn. Come on in here, Reggie.
Yeah, good help's hard to find, Reggie, as he is in there with J.C. Ice.
Reggie's going to take care of the lightweight here. We'll see. Here's Scott Bowden on the table.
He always talks about being from the hood. We're from the hood. Well, I got the toughest man in the hood. Reggie be fine. He's going to give him a lesson in pain today, Dave.
Well, there's the word from Scott Bowden. Always an interesting opinion, if not necessarily accurate.
Reggie is a colorful son of a gun, but you know, not only that, Dave, you watch him go. This guy, for a man as big as he is, and he is big, and he can move around. He is very light on his feet for a guy that size. What am I doing? Wash my mouth out.
No, you're right. We tend to make fun of Reggie because he tends to overpromise and underdeliver.
Yes.
But still, he is tough and he can move, and he is a formidable partner in there. He just has a certain lack of interest in getting into a tough battle.
He does have trouble with focus, I think is the word they use in athletics these days. Reggie can't keep focus. Right now, Wolfie D being focused. He goes over with the abdominal stretch and adds a little wail on the back as he catches him with a forearm. Look at Reggie. He's just flat big enough that he powered his way out of it. Took Wolfie D up in the air, over and down. Wolfie back into a standing side headlock, but decides to take him to the mat. He does in a 2 count is all he can get.
Reggie, one of those people who likes to let his partner do most of the hard, tough, dirty work, but then he's perfectly willing to stand beside you and take full credit.
That's right. Take full credit, and if he is permitted, he will cover for the 1, 2, 3. He does like to have his hand raised. And a little side mirror, and J.C. Ice again uses the weight of Reggie Fine to send himself propelling over.
And there again, Scott Bowden yelling that Reggie had his hair pulled. Well, I want you to notice, Reggie, when you see his head next time, he doesn't have any hair. There you see.
J.C. caught in a head scissors as Reggie B. Fine has
That's right. If they want to wrestle, Reggie B. Fine is a master technician. He's giving him a wrestling lesson now, Dave.
Reggie can wrestle. There's no doubt about that. We're not disputing that, Scott. PG-13 is not backing up and giving up, though. Look at that as J.C. Ice bounces out of that head scissors. Not an easy hole to get out of, but he did it. Ooh.
Heck,
Goodness, yeah.
as he was whipped into the rope, he laced him with that leg. And Reggie continues on with it. Stomps down on J.C. in the air, center of the ring. Slammed him down to the mat. Scott Bowden, what is he signaling to? Oh, I see. Bring him out on the floor. That's what.
Well, Bowden puts the boots to him.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the hero, Scott Bowden, always jumping in, taking advantage of somebody else's efforts as he kicks J.C. Ice, and Tex Slazenger throws him into the ring apron where it catches him right in the small of the back. Reggie comes over to the floor and assists J.C. Ice back into the ring while the referee is counting. And let's see how J.C.
On the bottom of his shoes, which he's afraid to get in the ring now.
Well, how's he going to get in the ring without a tag? And especially how's he going to get in there when you're over here kicking J.C. Ice illegally on the floor?
Shut up, Dave. I don't think Wolfie wants in there too bad. Oh, look at him. He acts like he's running tag.
He's reaching for the tag. J.C. Ice reaching for the tag, but J.C. being double teamed, held away from the corner.
Tex Slazenger in with J.C. now, stands him straight up in the air, and he does have him. Right up and over, and down he goes. Towering suplex administered by Tex Slazenger. The referee counting on him. He just about had him disqualified, too.
Yeah, he was choking away, and the referee was going to count him out.
Time running out on the activity in there. It has been a good one thus far with Big Tex Slazenger and Reggie B. Fine facing PG-13. And Reggie just comes off the rope as he leaped down to hit J.C. He nails Tex. There's a tag from J.C. Ice to Wolfie D. And Wolfie back Revolving door action as he catches both Slazenger and Reggie B. Pounds the heads together, and it looks like we're going to have a little number 9 down the track. Uh-oh, as Slazenger whipped into Wolfie. Knocked Wolfie down, and Reggie taking advantage of that. Our time running out. Look out. Over here on the 4, JC. Look at Wolfie on the slide. He got the backslide. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
We got it. Yes, indeed. PG-13, a great victory. Battling down here on the floor. Scott Bowden and Tex Slazenger lost track of what was going on in the ring, and Reggie is pinned. It's over. PG wins it.
I'll guarantee you I lost track of it, too, because we had JC Ice over here with Slazenger, and we missed that great move there at first with Wolfie D and Reggie B. We're going to take time out. Be back in a moment.
Hailing from Memphis, Tennessee, 236 pounds. Back in action, here is Jerry, the King Lawler. Bill Rush, referee. We're ready for the big main event on USWA Wrestling. Over to Lance Russell and Dave Brown.
Okay, the King. Glad to see him back in action again. This is not his first match, but the second. Since he had that broken leg following that match with Brad Armstrong. And here he is, in with Jesse James Armstrong.
And what a main event, huh? As Corey mentioned, a 30-minute time limit on it. We'll keep tape rolling if we have to, and instead of running out of time, we'll show you next week what happened, if it should go that long.
We had kind of a part 2 today. In case you missed a little bit earlier, last week we had Brian Christopher and Tracy Smothers, and the time got compressed on us, and so again,
What is Bill Rush drunk? That was an obvious miss. That should be a disqualification. Wake up, Rush.
That's Scott Bowden flipping his mouth here about it. Today we came back with Brian and Tracy Smothers again, and heck of a match going. And they were down brawling in the crowd when Coach Ware comes out and jumps Christopher from behind. And boy, I'll tell you, beat his brains out on our desk over here. Whoa, what a bad scene that was.
Yeah, Brian ended up winning it by disqualification, but not a very satisfactory victory for him, I'm sure. It'll look good in the record books in a few years, but right now it doesn't feel too good. Although we did hear from Brian later, and he says, hey, you didn't hurt me, Coco Beware. You didn't hurt me for long, and I will be showing up this week for the match.
Jesse James Armstrong looked at Lawler and he says, do you want some of Scott Bowden? It looked like he would say, go right ahead, be my Whoa! And I'll tell you who Lawler got some of, and that was Jesse James as he ripped that right hand home. Bowden goes up there on the ring apron and gets out of there in a hurry as Lawler started to him.
Armstrong jumped out of that ring quickly, holding his nose. I think Lawler popped him pretty good. And now he's going to show the referee what happened. He said, look, here's what he did, here's where he hit me, and it hurt. Can you do something about it? And Bill Rush tells Lawler, hey, open fist, no open hand, no closed fist.
This is not Tuesday night fights. This is Saturday morning wrestling. What's Jerry Lawler thinking?
Very good idea, Jerry. I kind of approve of that. Lawler says, why don't you sit down somewhere and shut up?
Preferably in another room.
Tri-State.
I like that even better.
We can keep going.
Put him over with Bob Armstrong, who has been banned from the USWA.
Did he have the weight behind that left? He rotated those shoulders, and I know it was illegal. Don't tell me. I know that. But Jesse James Armstrong, what's he doing over there, Dave?
Scott Bowden handed him something. I don't know what. But he handed Jesse James Armstrong something. And from the way Armstrong looks, he's got it wrapped up in his right fist. That fist is doubled, and Armstrong is sort of shielding that side from the referee. There it is. He has an elastic bandage on that hand anyway. Oh, he nails Lawler, and Lawler immediately hits the mat. I don't think there's any doubt. He had something there, brass nuts, whatever.
Loaded him with a bar inside the fist, roll of dimes, whatever. Jesse James drops with the knee down, right on the king. Got a 1 and a 2, but Lawler's foot goes over the rope, and he saves the victory. Again.
Armstrong might as well learn he ain't ever going to get a pin until he moves him, because Lawler will put that foot on the rope 50 times if he has to stop the count. And now Bill Rush telling Scott Bowden to stay over in this corner instead of running all over the building. Meanwhile, Armstrong went to the tights and nails Lawler again with a right hand.
This time he went down inside of those shin braces that he has on and deposited it there. Count of 1, 2, and Lawler on the rope. Scott Bowden trying to knock his foot off the rope.
But the referee was seeing that. He saw the foot on the rope, and he saw Bowden knock it off. Oh, look at Armstrong. Both fists double. Pounding Lawler. Whips him across the way. He heads after him. Lawler moves. Armstrong falls back after hitting his knee on the turnbuckle, and Lawler is there ready to capitalize.
King with a ripping right hand nails Armstrong, and down he goes. Referee Bill Rush, just kind of, because he's supposed to, he hollered out, open the fist up. Lawler opened it up, closed it back up just before he hit the jaw of Jesse James Armstrong. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 3.
He got it.
Got it. And Scott Bowden is hollering, look.
Well, look what Bowden did. Armstrong did not have his foot on the rope. That was a 3 count. Armstrong picked up the boot, put it over the rope, and then tried to tell the referee it was there all along. That was 1, 2, 3. That didn't happen that way. Lawler got the win. He got the 3 count, no doubt about it. They can scream all they want to. No, he didn't have the foot on the rope.
Lazinger jumps him from behind while Lawler was...
Jerry Lawler's pretty stupid, isn't he, Dave? He's pretty stupid, isn't he?
That's Scott Bowden's opinion. I'm not sure exactly what he's basing it on. But Lawler is being double teamed, and it looks like as Bowden climbs in, it's going to be a triple team. Big Tex Schlesinger and Jesse James Armstrong both working on Lawler. We need to take a break. Let's do that. We'll get it sorted out and be back.